Peace, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. About to get started. Let the notifications go out. I've been playing around. Let me get back in my square. Playing around, yeah. Let's see if we can still do this. I want to do this video because Freemason kind of exposed, right? Okay, first of all, let me get this out the way. This is the devil comet that says heading towards Earth and should be here in 2024. All right, but after you watch this whole video, you ain't gonna have to worry about this devil comet, but it will affect the consciousness of human beings on this earth. All right, so it's something to keep an eye out for. All right, so that's the bad news of the day. But all right, so yeah, this video right here. Now, I agree with the Freemason on a lot of points he made, right? With the flat earth part. It's a part that I don't really want to deal with, but he's kind of forcing my hand, right? So I gotta break this down because it's more advanced, right, than what the physical eye is seeing. The physical eye is gonna see flat Earth, right? And he's gonna say, "I can't say it's a flat Earth," and he's gonna explain why. Let's get into this video right quick.
Spellcasting,
there is, but everything that we do every day is spellcasting in a way. Just having this conversation is
perfect. What shape is the Earth? Because Freemasons write about else.
Yeah. Well, they take it more from the Old Testament. It would be. It's not flat.
What?
It's not.
You saying Freemasons don't think it's flat?
I'm saying it's not the way that people perceive flat Earth to be.
Now you gotta pay attention to that part because he said it's not what people portray flat Earth to be. All right, and okay, I gotta agree with that. All right, so I usually don't deal with the dome. Okay, that's why I usually don't deal with the dome because you can't see it. All right, I'm talking flat Earth. We're just talking regular physics. All right, yeah, Earth is flat. But when you get into metaphysics, okay, then we talking something else. All right, we are talking about a torus field. All right, but this is something that can't be seen by the naked eye. Okay, this is why I really don't deal with it. All right, because usually we just talking physics. All right, now if you're going into metaphysics, yeah, but we live inside the egg. We don't live on the outside of it. Is what I'm trying to say. We'll get to it.
It would be more of a torus effect because everything that you see is energy.
Toroidal field?
Everything you see, yeah. Okay. Everything you see is sound. Everything you see is waves, vibrations.
And
that's
resonance.
it. Yeah. It's all essentially it's through your mind. You're projecting things through your mind.
Basically, chat, what he's saying is if we sit next to each other, there's a resonance and vibration.
Okay, that's not what he's saying. He says it's in your mind. You're projecting this through your mind. All right. So in order for me to do this, we're gonna have to talk about mirrors. All right. And I've been talking about the mirror world for a long time, right? As above, so below type of effect. All right, with these mirrors, all right, and the number 11. All right, so mirrors can be looked at as a portal or a doorway. So can the number 11. All right, that's why both of these are so important. You can look at a number 11, you can look at a mirror and see empty space, but like he said, everything is energy. All right, so
vibration frequency that
let me skip ahead to the 44-minute mark. I got another part he got to say before we get started.
I'm just saying, it's like, how can you not be a flat earther if you're a Freemason? Like, all your math checks out.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's not. If I say flat Earth, people are not going to get the proper idea of what it actually.
Okay, y'all heard what he said. If he says flat earth, people ain't gonna get the proper idea of what he's really. So I'm pretty sure he's like, I don't got time to break all this shit down. So yeah, we're gonna deal with this. First, we gotta deal with mirrors. All right. So first, I'm pretty sure this lady, right, it's the Wicked Witch, right, from Snow White, and she would say, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," and it would summon, right, a deity or a spirit, right. So mirrors are very important, especially in this world. I'm going to show you how all this is connected to religion too. All right. So yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall. And this is the thing about mirrors. I don't think we're really supposed to know what we look like unless we look in the reflection of a water. This should be that's the only natural mirror there is. Mirrors ain't really natural, right? We ain't really, I don't think we're really supposed to be looking at it ourselves like that. But yeah, mirrors, dealing with magic. All right, I'm pretty sure this lady's name is Mary. Okay, mirrors, Mary, and it's gonna lead to Meru, a place called Meru. I've talked about Meru before. All right, so many ancient cultures thought reflections were not of the physical self, but of the very soul. Some cultures even believed a mirror image at which you were staring revealed the shadow self, the dark side of the nature. All right, it's dealing with twins. If you take any number and you multiply it by 11, it should double up, right? Like 8 times 11 would be 88, right? Trump number. Okay, dealing with the twins, one evil, one good, right? The duality of this world, all right? The dark side of nature. This is why it was believed that evil creatures without a soul, such as vampires, did not have a reflection, all right? Remember that too. Vampires don't got a reflection. Then there's 7 years of bad luck if you break a mirror, all right? Many physics and spiritualists have long held mirrors to be portals or to other realms of existence. Judaism is known for the tradition of covering the mirrors or in a house during. This is important right here. Let me read it one more time. Judaism is known for the tradition of covering the mirrors in a house during the mourning period after a loved one dies. Some reports are that the tradition developed so the spirit wouldn't be trapped on earthly realms and could move to the heavens. Now, let me show you. This is a movie called Constantine, right? Constantine, in the very beginning of the movie, he had to revoke or evoke evil spirit out this young lady right here, right? So what he used was a mirror to trap the evil spirit, the soul, all right? So they show you in the movies, right? All right. No common object has inspired as much dread, confusion, and morbid anxiety as the mirrors. All right. Like I said, I don't think we're supposed to be looking at ourselves. All right. Superstitions exist in practically every culture. Sick room mirrors are covered in many countries. All right. Lest to lure the soul, to not lure the soul, all right, into the mirror. Okay. This is some real shit. There's stories about people leaving the dresser with the mirror attached, all right, in houses, and somebody else moves in, and these people are having like really, really tough times, right? And until they get that mirror out of there, you know, things go back to normal. But you know, there's people that have moved into houses where mirrors have been left, and they said it causes problems, bro. So yeah, mirrors can catch souls, right? Now, what does this got to do with flat Earth? We're gonna get to it, right? Because, like I said, Mirror, Mary, Meru. All right, I don't want to deal with this just yet. Deal with that just yet. Let's keep it pushing. All right. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Like I said, the first mirrors used by humans were most likely pools of still water, or water collected and primitive vessels of some sort. That was the only way you could really look at mirrors. And they tell you how they went through looking, using bronze, obsidian, all right, different type of things to make the mirror. All right. It should be in the right place. All right, here we go. The breaking of the mirror. All right. Everyone has heard, for example, the breaking of a mirror will bring 7 years of bad luck. This superstition dates back to the Romans, who believed that life renewed itself every 7 years, right? Like I said, 7 is the number of God. God builds in sevens. All right. That's why they got 7 heavens. All right. 4 is the number of man. Man builds in fours. All right. And and that's the importance of the compass and the square with the G in the middle, right? Because G is the 7th letter, and there's 4 sides trapping the energy, right? The God in you. Okay. And the breaking of a mirror would thus cause damage to the soul it was reflecting at the time of the duration. All right. So yeah, I want to really get in the mirrors, right? Because this is that's all I got to do with, right? Because the brother said it's a toroidal field. All right. So in order for a toroidal field to work, you need a magnet. All right. And I brought this up before. This is Mercator, right? And he made the map of Mount Meru, right? Secrets to the North Pole, right? Mount Meru, just like Mother Mary, is 2 M's. All right, the 1313. Let's pull up a better picture. Okay. So this is the black rock that sits in the center of the earth. Okay. This is the magnetic rock that all compasses point to. Okay. So there's a movie you could check out. It's called In the Tall Grass. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there, but this was a good movie, right? But there was a black rock in the center of this cornfield, right? And I believe it was magnetic and it was causing all kind of problems and stuff. And eventually this dude right here touched it. Okay, it was a church. A church is in the movie too. It's like it's not too many things to see in the movie. It's mostly about the cornfield, but there was a church right at the beginning of the movie too, and the end of the movie. So there's some symbolism there. But this guy, he ended up touching the rock, and then he could see the maze of the whole cornfield, right? And he knew how to get out, right? How to get out. Getting out is always important. If anybody ever seen the Truman Show, the Truman Show ended with him getting out, right? It's played by Jim Carrey, who's JC, right? JC is Jesus Christ. He knew the way out. All right, so getting out, very important, especially in religion. All right, the way out. Who's the way out? It's probably Mary, because Mary had a little lamb. It followed her everywhere. It followed her. This is Mary, right? Now, if you look real good at this, right? Now, in the black community, they say, "Oh, look at the Pope. He's worshiping the black woman and child." No, the Pope is not. All right. I'm sorry. But I'm not really into stroking people's ego and stuff. I want to get stuff right and correct. All right. So no, this is not what's going on. These people have European features, right? And most of these pictures you're gonna see is she has European features. All right. So no. This woman, I'm gonna show you what she's doing. Hold on, I got you. Here we go. This is what she's doing. This was what Mary was doing. This blackface. Now look, instantly people will get triggered about this. But back in this day, it wasn't nothing to get mad about because they're paying reverence, they're paying honor to not the woman and child, but to Mount Meru. It's just the woman and child is the greatest symbolism of this magnetic energy that's emanating from this black rock right here. All right. So they will put charcoal on their face for the black rock that's at the center of the earth. All right. They tell these religious stories, and these stories is long and drawn out just to make a simple point. I promise you, life ain't easy, but it could be simple. Just simplify it, man. You gotta simplify it. You can't keep getting emotional about every little thing because, like I said, even with the astronauts, the astronaut representing the sperm going to the moon, touching the egg, they're telling occultic stories all the time, especially through sports stuff too. Right. But yeah, this was blackface. These European features. Look how slim her nose is, right? But she's wearing blackface for the black rock that's at the center of the earth. All right. Mary magnetism. All right. So yeah, like I said, things that are I said this before, things that are sacred, they have made us scared of. Okay. Things that are sacred, they have made us scared of. The difference between scared and sacred is the position of one letter. All right, that happens a lot, like earth and heart. All right. Now, with them showing, now with me showing y'all that magnetic black rock that's sitting at the center of the earth, right? The Muslims go and worship this one. All right, but this is man-made. All right, this ain't the spiritual black rock that's at the center of the earth, right? But they're doing this symbolically for what's going on astrologically, all right, and at the center of the earth. So this will be the black rock at the center of the earth. All these people are wearing white because they're representing the stars, right? The star trails going around. This energy staying in motion, all right. And I'm about to get to the shape of the earth. I'm building it up. Y'all. Hold on. We getting to it. I'm gonna show y'all the shape of the earth. Hold on. I gotta show y'all how everything's working, everything's moving around us, right? I'm still saying the earth is flat. We're still staying still. But yeah, the sky is moving. Okay. So, like you said, the torus field, right? In order for a torus field to work, you gotta have a magnet sitting in the middle. All right. So let me show you a torus field right quick. Here goes a torus field, a toroidal field. All right. And then you can see this will be the North Pole. This will be Polaris up top, going all the way down and through, and it just energy is just constantly moving, right? It's the ethers, all right. It's the air, right? The air is what's carrying the magnetism. Air is more than what we think it is. Air is after yesterday. I'm saying air is the number one element. All right, air is very important to how this stuff is moving, right? I don't even think air is. I can't even call air is more than that. Air is just vibration. If I see leaves moving on a tree, I'm like, that's vibration and energy. I'm not even calling it air no more. All right. So yeah, we see how this torus field, right? And everything is spinning around, twirling around, turning around. Right. So even the human body has a torus field, right? Because the heart is magnetic, it pumps iron. Like while it's pumping blood, it's pumping iron. All right. So anytime iron or metal is moving super fast, you will get a electromagnetic field will be created. All right. So our bodies have a electromagnetic field, right, going through us. And this creates our aura. Where we at? All right. And I want to show you this, right? The spiral on the back of the head. See everybody, got the spiral on the back of their head, right? This is for the torus field. This is for the soul to exit out of, the spiral out of, okay? Because it's the soul lid. Because we think everything is solid, but it's really the soul lid. It's not solid, it's the soul lid. It's the lid to the soul. All right. Represented by this. Now let me show you how the earth, right? I said a magnet need to be in the middle. All right. Let me show you this right quick. because they won't tell you that the Earth is flat, but they'll show you a flat Milky Way galaxy, though. Okay. Here's the shape of the Earth. This is what the best we could do to show you how the Earth is really working. This will be Polaris up here, right in the middle, going down to the North Pole, right, the center pole, really. All right. And then continuing on through as above, so below. Okay. And this energy is just always constantly moving. All right. And we sit right here in the flat surface middle. All right. Now let me show y'all what I'm saying. I know it's a magnet right here. Okay. Because this image, right? Take this image right here. Don't let this image leave your brain. Right? I'm gonna show you something right quick. If you take a magnet and put it on a TV, you get that same image. You'll get that same image. This is why they're circling the cobblestone, right? Because they represent the Taurus energy. All right. This is why the ram is so important. All right. The ram's head. It comes up out the top. That's the ram's head, right? Why the bull god is so important? Because it's a toroidal field. It's a Taurus field. Toroidal field. It's the Taurus. All right. The magnet sits in the middle, right? Causing the as above, so below effect, right? All through magnetism. All right. All through magnetism. Hold on. Wait a minute. Because like I said, as above, so below. Magnetism. Magnet is magic. All right. So if you look at the tarot cards, right? The tarot cards, you see the magician card, and he's doing the as above, so below symbol, right? Because he's the magician, but he's magnetism. All right. And he has the affinity sign above his head. All right. You'll see the Baphomet right here. I got a better picture, right? Matter of fact, let me show you the 1111. Because like I said, 1111 is the doorway too. It's the mirror too. Right? It's the twins too. And you see the affinity sign right there for the 1111. Okay. The magic number, right? K is the 11th number. The magic with the K is the real magic. The magic they don't never talk about, but they'll show us, stage magic, basically. Right. But yeah. Let me show you the Baphomet, right? Doing that as above, so below, hand signal, and he has the same, pretty much the same symbols over his head too, right? Just it's really the symbol of just ever flowing energy, right? Magnetism, like I said, he's the go god. That's the same. It's the same. It's the same as this. These are the rams coming up out this portal. Is the ram's head, right? I said the magnet got to sit right in the middle, and then it will cause this effect, right? The toroidal field. Then you got as above, so below, bruh. And like I said, they show us when they show us these NASA pictures of Earth, they show us the outside of the egg. They're like, we're living on the outside of the egg. With nothing in nature really works like that, man. Life lives on the inside of the egg. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. All right. All right. Everybody take the time out right now. Hit the like button, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment. Definitely gonna get back to you. All right. We ain't done. We gonna keep it pushing. All right. So yeah. As above, so below. It's it's represent energy, right? Like I said, these people will take stories, long drawn out stories, right, to make a simple point. All right. People used to, this is how before TV and all this stuff, you used to watch the sky. People used to, that was theater, the God show, right? And people would sit around and the elders would tell these stories, right? That would have a simple moral, right? but it would be complex. These is mystics, man. These people are mystics who used to tell these stories like this, who wrote the Bible. So they encoded everything. All right. They never really came out and just tell you. They spoke in parables. You feel me? All right. So yeah. Now all that stemmed from Mount Meru, right? The magnetic rock at the at the North Pole. Mount Meru is the mirror, right? And they said when your life is over, you'll get a reflection of your life. This is coming from Mount Meru. All right, the reflection of your life. Okay. Now the one mirror that they tell you to watch out for is the black mirror. But somehow, some way, like I said, these people are witches, warlocks, and wizards. All right. This is a magic world. These people know this. And some people get privy to this information, and most people are under the spell. All right. Never should they be awoken. They will fight you if you try to wake them up out the spell, bro. There's people out there that will fight you if you try to wake them up out the spell, bro. So yeah, one mirror that I left out, right? But somehow these people have put this mirror, right? The mirror that's everybody's scared of, which is the black mirror. All right. You got that word black again. All right. The black mirror, matter of fact, here we go. Black is 11. Okay. The black mirror, they have found a way to put in 80% of the world's hands. Right? Yeah, here we go. Black mirror. Okay. A scrying mirror or black mirror is a surface used for divinations. You focus on a particular attention and stare into the mirror, and you might get visions related to your query. Right? That sounds like algorithm. The black mirror, right, that people are staring into. Think about it. People staring into it. What's the black mirror everybody's staring into right now? Oh yeah. It's deep. And then the algorithm bring up what you're looking for. Oh, it's deep. And it takes you into other realms. Cause like the Freemason said, this place is it, it's more of a realm than how we think about a planet, right? Or a plane with a net over. That's the cover. A planet, a plane with the net covering. All right. That's why you ain't got to worry about the comet because covering. This is the arc of the covering. Hold on. This is the arc of the cover. The arc of the covenant or covering. We're protected. That's the firmament. That's the atmosphere. That's everything, right? You know, they call it NASA call it atmosphere or the stratosphere. The Bible calls it the firmament. You know what I'm saying? Flat earthers call it the dome. It's different names, but they all talk about the same thing. All right. 11 is a bridge or a connection between our consciousness or unconscious realms. The spiritual and physical realms, when one observes the number 11, one will notice the space in between. Like I said, empty space is not that empty. Okay, it's not so empty. That space in between is potential for energy. There's always potential. There's no empty space, right? It'll show you with the 211s, right? The two pillars in the post. This is the covering, the arc of the covering, right? Ancient Flat Earth will show you the same thing. The arc. You see how Nut is arching her back, right? And they're riding boats on the outside. Waters above, waters below. These ancient Mesopotamians used to worship a fish god, right? They worship the fish god because they believe there's waters on the outside of the cover. That's where the water's above, water below. come from. That's the story of Noah and the Great Flood. And I've been talking about this with Hillary Clinton and them saying they want to break the glass ceiling because to me it's like they want to recreate Noah's Ark. And this gonna sound crazy. Have the creator open open the dome, which is in the art. The CERN machine, right? They got a CERN machine in Switzerland, right? It's gonna be the world's strongest laser beam, right? Because they already tried they had Operation Fishbowl trying to send nukes up, not nukes, but bombs up to blow up the firmament. They seen that they couldn't do that, right? So now they came up with the idea of the CERN machine, and that the CERN machine is going to shoot a laser into the firmament to see if it could break the firmament, right? Because they want to cause the Great Flood because they believe that there is waters above, waters on the outside of the firmament. All right, so yeah, like I was saying, man, number 11, it's the mirror number, right? Everything doubles up when it touches the number 11. All right. If anybody ever want to create a rainbow, recreate a rainbow, fill the glass with water, put the mirror, right? The mirror into the glass, water, into the water inside the glass at the angle. Position the glass so that the sunlight. So first, then you need a mirror, and then you need sunlight to recreate a rainbow. All right. So this is just kind of further proving that dome, right? That mirror. We're living. That's why everything seems backwards, right? It's the mirror world, right? In order to jump up, you got to bend down. In order to shoot the gun, you got to pull the trigger back. In order to put your loved ones in the heavens, you got to put them into the ground, right? That's why I'm gonna bring up the Bermuda Triangle probably pretty soon, because those waters somehow are connected to the heavens. All right. And so yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more digging and research on that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right, or I'm definitely on to something with the waters being connected to the heavens. All right, these oceans I'm talking about, right, being connected to basically the waters above. Okay, that's why the stars look like they twinkling. All right, we're gonna keep it pushing. Abraham is traditionally considered to be the first Jew and to have made a covenant with God because Judaism, Christianity, and Islam all recognize Abraham as the first prophet. They are all also called the Abrahamic religions. All right, so all these religions stem from this dude named Abraham, and his name stems from an old magic word, which would be abracadabra. Okay, so it's all comes down to magic. It all comes down to magic, right? And I said that we was all 12 degrees Masons. I got to take that back. I don't think we that high. We could be all maybe just first degree, but that graduation with that black cap, you know what I'm saying? Here we go. The black cube in Mecca in the occult is called the hypercube. It represents mind control. That's why the TV is black and cube shaped. The graduation hat is a black cube, etc. All minds controlled. When Muslims walk around in a ring, right? That one I was just telling you about, it is representation of Saturn rings, Saturn, Satanism. That is what you're giving your energy to. It's really the black cube as a black cube sitting at the end of center of the earth, right? But even that black cube, right? What I've been calling Mount Meru, it also could be called El or Saturn, right? The Lord of the Rings, because this is another thing I really don't like to deal with. But what they call the South Pole, which would be Antarctica, is a 360 ice ring. All right. So that would be the ring of Saturn. All right. But that's why Saturn plays such an important part in this world. Like I said, everything that's sacred, they try to make you scared of. Okay. All right. It's just a whole bunch of smoke and mirrors, bro. With the magicians. And the magicians know that this is the mirror world. So as long as they got the information, their job was to dumb us down. Right. That's why Rockefeller bought the school system. Right. While they go to the lodge and learn, right, these ancient teachings, they give us just some modern bullshit that they threw together. Right. Or they teach everything in reverse. We got time for that. Let's go, y'all. I'm gonna close it out with this. Now, this is about the air and magnetism. Here we go. One more time. Here we go. Let's go.
For its reality, its serviceability, and its protecting power to move emotion, thought, and the attitudes of the person around which this magnetic field is gathered. In other words, the individual, if they are normal, if mentally, emotionally, and physically, they're keeping the rules, this magnetic field forms a tremendous protection. It is normal, it is healthy, it is constantly able to handle infections and all kinds of difficulties. It will help to heal wounds. It will help to recover the use of functions and organs. And if we are deprived of some part of the body, it will try to compensate for us. As long as the individual takes proper care of his magnetic field, it will serve him. Now, this is a phase of morality that is generally overlooked. It is assumed that these magnetic fields are something you don't pay much attention to. They're there, maybe they'll help a little. But the truth of the matter is that practically the whole survival of the individual depends upon maintaining the integrity of this flow of energy into the magnetic field. This energy comes from the sun. It comes through a mysterious energy tube in the magnetic field. It enters the individual through the crown of the head. It disseminates through the entire body, and it's excreted back again through the lower centers of the body and is recleansed by the solar energy. This is a kind of a little private tank or capsule of life that we are all carrying about with us all the time. Now, the problem of morality in this is very definite. The moment we break rules, we damage that magnetic flow. We have got to keep the laws of nature, and these in turn are the laws of God, or the magnetic field fails. It can fail because of physical intemperances, which reduce its integrity and reduce its power. It can be wasted in riotous living, which is a common cause these days. It can be variously destroyed by moods, by attitudes, by fears, by complexes. It can be destroyed or damaged by alcohol, drugs, narcotics, all kinds of things. But if this field is damaged, it immediately reacts into health. It damages the individual's vitality. It makes him more easily subject to contagions and infections, and it definitely shortens the life expectancy. Now, we think of the magnetic field as surrounding the entire structure of the body, as Kilner shows in his work on the human atmosphere, and Babbitt also in his study of the atom. This, however, is only a phase of it. Each part of the body has a magnetic field. Each unit within the individual has its survival in a unit of energy. And this unit of energy is present in the smallest subdivision of imaginable space. It is in the tiniest atom. There is no such a thing as a dead particle in the universe. Even if it is killed by something, the very disintegrating process is a symbol of life energy. Therefore, we are confronted with the natural problem of realizing that virtue is to keep the law of the energy field. Now, the law of the energy field, just by coincidence, is also the law of integrity. The energy field is what establishes right and wrong. The energy field tells us that.
That's good. I'm gonna play the rest when we come if I you know what I'm saying when I make it back. Before we get out of here though, about that waters above thing, right? If you Google astronaut, right, the etymology of astronaut, right? We know astro is star, right? But the Greek for knots is a sailor, right? That follows in line with the, you know what I'm saying, knot or nautical boat, right? And if you know anything about NASA, they do a lot of their stuff in water too, which is crazy too. But the knot, right? The astronaut. And I was saying, you know, how the sperm looks like the astronaut, right? And then, you know, you bust a nut. And if you look in Egyptian, the sky is called nut, right? The floor is called Gib, the earth is called Gib, and then the sky is called nut, right? So dealing with sex too, but you know, a sailor is also called, right? Somebody in the Navy will be called a seaman, right? I'm just saying, man, they're wild with the symbolism, man. They it just don't stop, bro. It really does. It does not stop, right? So yeah, I'm gonna get back on these astronauts, because it's a lot. It's a lot here that I'm seeing now. Astro Store, not his boat, you know. And like I said, if you look at the astronaut, he got the big head, you know. Peace, my brother Dante O. Peace, Psychonaut. Peace to y'all, man. Man, we out of here, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Peace, y'all. All love, y'all.